Isaboe could hear birdsong, a nearby bubbling stream, and the crunching of the coach's wheels on the dirt road. She took a full breath of the sweet, clean air, drawing life back into her bruised soul, offering a temporary distraction from the ache in her heart. Whoa! The driver's voice interrupted the moment, and the coach came to an abrupt stop. The carriage door opened. The driver assisted a little old woman up onto the steps and onto the opposite bench. He gave a slight nod, closed the door, and the carriage was once again on its way. The old woman, wrapped in a dark cloak and wearing thick black spectacles, had white strands of hair that stuck out from under a hood pulled up over her head. The new arrival made no indication that she was aware of other passengers, and Isaboe wondered if the woman was blind. But if so, what was she doing out in the middle of nowhere, alone? A small leather satchel sat on the bench beside the head, and a cane, carved with a beastly creature, rested on her lap. Oddly, Margaret hadn't awoken for the stop or the new passenger. As Isaboe sat across from the old woman, an unease twisted her insides. "You be on a long journey." The throaty sound of the older woman's voice was startling. Isaboe didn't know if the crone were muttering to herself or attempting conversation. "Pardon?" Isaboe asked. "Are you speaking to me?" "Lived ignorant, too. Don't know her own problems. Don't know what's coming. Don't even know about the child. You've been used, girl. You have the stink of magic and manipulation about you." The old woman's words confirmed that the crone was indeed talking to her. "So, it's true? I am?" But the words stuck in her throat. In the month since Margaret had found Isaboe, she hadn't seen any sign of her courses. She assumed, hoped, that whatever she had been through had disrupted her body's cycle. But this statement about the child was confirmation. "Is the baby my late husband's? Is Nathan the father? Do you know what has happened to me?" The crone cackled, but it was wicked and humorless. "What happened? The Fey Queen took you, used you. That's what happened, little fool." "What Fey Queen? Who are you talking about? Who are you? What are you talking about?" "Who I be not important. Who you be is." With a wrinkled hand, the old woman pushed back her hood, then removed her dark spectacles. What Isaboe saw sent icy fingers down her spine. The crone had not the eyes of a human, but the eyes of a bird, with large black orbs amidst a pool of amber, and they stared directly at her. As much as she tried to turn her gaze away, Isaboe stared back, feeling her soul being bared. "Rest your heart, child. I not be the one you need to fear," the crone said. "It be she that hides behind the magic, using it against you, that you need to be wary of. Got caught up in her web, you did. Don't know how to give free, paid no mind to sound advice. Fell into a trap. Now too foolish to see your own way out." Isaboe felt as if she were being chastised. But for what? Hunting for mushrooms in the forest? For not believing in a child's tale? "But you be the chosen one," the hag said, "with power to take back what be lost. No easy task. Must be stronger than fairy magic." "What do you mean, the chosen one? What has happened to me? Please, I need to know." "Good questions, but the answer not easy to hear. Best to leave the thorn in, lest all the blood drain out. Aye, the prick may be painful, but the remedy is deadly." "What? I have no idea what any of that means." The crone leaned forward and took Isaboe's hands, pulling her close. The woman's bird-like eyes once again caught Isaboe's. "There be danger around you, death for some. Fey folk want what's yours. The magic can help you or it can hurt you. You decide. Stuck in the old woman's vice-like grip, Isaboe felt her anxiety spike. She looked in Margaret's direction for help, but her friend was in a deep sleep, and Isaboe wondered if the old hag had caused it. When the crone finally let go, Isaboe sat back, holding her hands against her chest. Her heart beat rapidly as she stared at the strange creature across from her. Heed my words, girl. Listen to the voice in your heart, not the poison in your head. She be there. Don't know what's true, don't know what's lie. Fae folk not done with you, want the child. Seek the protector, that one whose heart be true. A fire burns in that one. Look for the Celtic cross. While her words were cryptic and made little sense, the woman had at least confirmed what Isaboe already feared. She was with child, though the father was a mystery. Her only certainty was there was something special about her unborn babe, and both of their lives were in danger. The small ember of hope that Isaboe had felt earlier now been snuffed out. Just when she thought the worst was behind her, this crone had rekindled her fears. The old hag rifled through her leather bag while mumbling to herself, and though Isaboe tried to make sense of her mutterings, the rattling of the carriage, the hot air, and this sudden burst of inescapable dread brought on a wave of nausea. Attempting to stop her stomach from turning on her, Isaboe leaned forward and pressed her face into her hands. When she felt something slip down around her neck, Isaboe looked up to find the crone only inches away. Startled, she jerked back. You've been chosen, child. This here be a gift from the other side. Be wise, listen and heed their words. Be a fool, lose baby and life. The crone issued her warning in a scratchy whisper, then held up her wrinkled hand and blew what looked like sparkling dust into Isaboe's face. That was the last thing she remembered before Margaret woke her from lunch.